Hi, I'm Paul Brodie, back in the shop. Mitch behind the cameras as usual. We're having our sale on merchandise. We have a lot of things for sale. 18% off until Christmas now. It's a good time to buy. Thanks for tuning in. We're working on the brake, and last time what I did, I got to this stage and I thought that what was going to happen, I was going to add on a piece of metal here, because this is the shape I thought I would want. That was going to go like that. And I was going to have it so it just bolted on with one screw. And then I would have these two screws. But that didn't work out, I came to be aware of, because I looked at it and I couldn't make sense of how to actually make it so that it was a functional piece and not a pain in the ass to make. So what I decided to do was to make a whole piece, and then I didn't like the shape, so I spent some more time and I came up with this shape here. There you go. So all the holes line up the same, but this one is a nicer shape and I think it works better on the bike. So I bought a piece of metal, $38. Mitch was pretty good when he said $40. It was actually $35 plus tax. Here's the torque arm that goes on the other side. This is the stock one. It's made out of a piece of metal. It's chrome-plated steel. And we're going to make this one out of aluminum. And the reason it's so thick is because I want this to be all one piece here. I didn't want to add spaces in here. So I was working with this and I figured out that even though I spent some time on this and tried to be really accurate, I didn't get the angle right. So what I did was I took a drill and wrapped around some masking tape, because that kind of extends the axle. And then I made this piece here, and we'll see how I made this because it goes on the bike. So what happened is, can you see here? Look, I got a difference in angles. I'm pretty sure this is the right angle. And then what happened, can you see here? This is the thread coming down in between these two lines, and can you see how it's off to the side of the hole? Well, that didn't work, because when I angled this more, the cable, it was going to hit the fork booty. So what had to happen was, no, it goes that way. That's the way it goes. So I made up this piece here. And this bolts on. What I had to do, I clamped this onto the fork. We're going to walk over there now. And then this has to line up with where the cable goes in through the fender. And this goes down to the linkage at the bottom. This has been an interesting project. It's been frustrating, but I think I'm getting really close. So what we're going to do is to make up the torque stay. That's our job for today. See if we can make this whole piece out of this solid. And if that doesn't work, look, I've got enough here so I can always make a second one. I'm hoping I don't have to make a second one. Let's wander to the bike. I'll show you what's going on here. It goes onto the fender mounts here, so I'm using all 4 fender mounts, and I bolt that on like that. This has been off and on quite a few times, believe me. And can you see here, that's where the cable has to go. There's just a little bit of room right there, and then this comes down, and this lines up with this. So that's how I came up with that angle. But what happens now is that this is right in the middle of the hole, of the mounting holes. So it makes it kind of tricky, but it's going to work. So we're going to drill some small holes, then we're going to take it to the bandsaw and cut this out. We're going to mill this down. We'll do the process. There's a lot of work on the mill. $1,200. We're going to go back to the hacksaw and we're going to cut this out, and then we're going to mill this side here. So back to the hacksaw. I'm going to mill that out like that. And then I can see if it fits on. And we'll see how accurate that angle is there. I'm swapping end mills now. I'm going to use a ball end mill, 5/8, and that's going to make a nice rounded, it's going to make a nice radius there. I know there's a space in between this and this. I think I need to make a 1/4 inch spacer. That's what I think. Something like that. And I need to cut off that because that's too high. And that's going to be like something like that. Because that part is up too high. It's hitting the fender. So we'll cut that off. So I got a little bit of a sloppy fit here, but I can kind of tell where the center is. So if I hold this on here, we can see how the hole is going to line up with this. That's what I want to see. So it's okay. It's in the ballpark. Can you see how the bottom is kind of lining up? Okay, so what I think I'll do now is to drill and tap one hole anyway. Then I can hold it in there. And we'll go from there. That's why I drilled these holes small, because I don't want the holes, well, the holes do go all the way through, but I don't want a big hole on the end. So what I'm going to do is to drill and tap the hole so it goes almost all the way through. And then I still have enough thread to hold. Okay. It's not lining up too bad. I marked out the plate really carefully, so I can only think that these weren't quite marked out right, because I have to re-drill the holes. So I guess I shouldn't have drilled those holes. I just should have marked it and then done that. So let's have a look here. Okay, so look at that. That's the center right there, and that lines up quite nicely. So I'm happy with that. And then it comes up, and that's good there too. So can you see that? I can just drill through there. That'll work. That's gonna work. Oh, I drew blood. Yeah, these holes are way out. Okay, I'll fix that later. I'm not going to fix that now. Let's go drill this hole, and then let's shave down all this, and then we're making some progress. We'll just do that by hand. I'm going to leave it a little bit wide there because I don't know exactly where that hole's going to be. So, okay, let's go cut. The hole lines up nicely. I need a 1/4 inch spacer in there. Then when I got the spacer, I can file this so that they both match each other. That'll look good. And see that? So we'll cut that off. And then in this next little while, I'm going to fix those 2 holes. Not today, because this ended up taking a little bit longer than I imagined. Imagine that. I'm always optimistic in how fast I can do things, and then once I start, I realize that, oh, no, I can't do it that fast. It really does take a long time. We're going to cut that off like... Yeah, if it comes halfway, that looks okay. It doesn't interfere with the hole. And then I still have enough space here because I need a little flat spot. That's where the nut has to seat against. So that's how that goes. I'm going to finish this up after hours, after the video. And then next time you can see what the final version is going to look like. It'll be shiny and that. As mentioned previously, we're having a sale on merchandise. 18% off. Perfect time for Christmas. Mitch and I like coffees. If you buy us coffees, that really helps our channel a lot. Please subscribe, tell your friends, etc. It's great having you in the shop here with us. See you next time.